everybody, and welcome back to 10-Minute Reviews. I'm Jason. That fuzzy one right there that didn't put her usual appearance in is Freya. We're bringing you today's video. She huffed at me though, so she didn't attack me, but she huffed at me. So again, we're bringing you today's video. As always, guys, please hit the like and subscribe buttons. We're a small family channel. We just love to bring you guys books, authors, and we would appreciate all the support that you guys want to give us. We're going to do this anyway, though, because we, again, love to talk about books. So today I want to talk about an author that I have talked about in the past, Andrew Moriarty. I want to talk about the book 2 of a kind of a spin-off series of his. He's the author of Jump Space Accountant. That is an absolutely fantastic 5-book series so far, and I know book 6 is in the works. And this time I want to talk about Imperial Smuggler, which is the sequel book to Imperial Deserter. So once again, I'm not going to talk about the 4 categories that I usually talk about, because I've talked about it in the past when I talked about Jump Space Accountant. So I'm just going to talk about this book. So for those of you guys that read Imperial Deserter, hopefully all of you guys out there, because it is a fantastic book. Again, if you are a fan of Omega Force or Expeditionary Force, you will absolutely love this series. Absolutely love it. Check it out. So as book 1 ended, Imperial Deserter, we had Dirk Friedel that has managed to escape yet again with his semi-stolen, borrowed, not quite stolen yet ship, and his very eclectic crew of also criminals, I suppose. They're all wanted for different reasons. It's pretty funny. Now, since they didn't end up breaking apart like they thought they were going to, now they're just trying to survive. So they are smuggling. They're starting out as smugglers, and it starts out with them, I believe, smuggling silk. Now, here's the thing. You've got a former Imperial officer and Grand Duke, or Duke, he wasn't a Grand Duke, but former Imperial officer and Duke. You have a former ground-pounding soldier. You've got an engineer. You've got a medic. And you've got a stowaway, I suppose. You notice that none of them are smugglers. So they're working as smugglers, and they suck. They absolutely suck. Now, the engineer does you definitely see a lot of hints that this guy is he's worked as a criminal in the past. He's definitely got some shady ass connections. But they suck as smugglers. So they're starting off absolutely horrible. And they're trying to figure things out. They're trying to get better. And they end up stealing a cargo that, on accident, that turns out to be a big mistake. So they end up with this cargo that is worth a lot of money, but in a way they almost feel like they would have to betray the Empire in order to make money off of it. And it gives them a little bit of conflict, because all of them were theoretically very loyal to the Empire, to the Emperor, despite the jokes and cutthroat shenanigans that go on with this. Guys, again, this series is absolutely hilarious. The dialogue is fantastic. Might be my favorite between the 3 authors, because again, I draw a lot of parallels between Andrew Moriarty's work and the Expeditionary Force series and the Omega Force series. But as far as the dialogue between the characters go, Moriarty might be my favorite. Might have the edge over the other 2 to me. They're all fantastic series. They are all absolutely fantastic series. But these characters are freaking hilarious. But we continue to learn more about them. A lot of the things that were hinted at, there's going to be some spoilers coming, guys. So if you haven't read it, go read it. Go read it. Absolutely fantastic. But you start learning a little bit more. You've already learned that Dirk Friedel is a Duke. And since he hasn't been disowned, he is still currently a Duke, even though he's a criminal, wanted criminal, an escaped criminal, convicted, an escaped convicted criminal. He's still technically a Duke, so he's still technically a noble and technically royalty, and still technically part of the Empire. Now, the medic. The medic is supposed to be part of the Emperor's personal guard, almost, but is a little bit of an outcast. Or at least it's been hinted at. This time around, we in this book we get to find out why. We get to find out why, and it's pretty interesting, because this character might be the most honorable of them all. They all have their own sense of honor. They all have their own sense of right and wrong, despite the fact that, again, the smugglers, the criminals, the killers, and in this one, the medic, probably the most straight and narrow of all of them. Then you've got the soldier, and the soldier, we learn a little bit more about Anna, at least his condition that they hint at a lot in the first book. We get more about that in the second book, more hints. Actually, not hints, just straight out we find out about his condition and why he's taking these pills, why he seems to struggle sometimes. And obviously he's old also, but what we don't get is too much yet of his backstory. I'm sure the backstory is coming, absolutely sure the backstory is coming. Just like with the medic, I'm sure there's going to be more of a backstory, although most of that was answered. But the soldier, Anna, not everything is answered there yet. We still have a lot of information left to get about him. The one that has the most questions still associated with it, the engineer. Because again, man, this guy has shady connections everywhere. He definitely knows criminals. He definitely knows how to negotiate for money, on smuggling, prices, sales, purchases. He's got experience. He's got experience as a loadmaster, as a dockmaster of some sort. He's got experience as a smuggler. He's got experience as a thief, most likely. Killer, maybe, maybe not. He doesn't quite seem that, damn, he's dangerous, but he doesn't seem that cutthroat. But the one that we get some very interesting things about is the stowaway, Scruggs, the one who tried to hijack the ship, and the one who just always talks about adventure, doesn't seem to care about money, just wants adventure. The one who's the apprentice in a way to Anna the soldier, the one who's learning how to be a Marine basically, and how to be a killer and a shooter, and we of course we also have the stowaway country girl, I suppose, not stowaway, but the one that almost got them all killed and then somehow ended up on the ship with them, and is slowly joining the crew as well, and showing their unique skill set as well. But Scruggs has quite the interesting backstory that we finally find out about. Very interesting backstory that I'm sure is going to come up some more. I would be willing to bet that book 3 deals a lot with that particular backstory. And hopefully, again, we find out a little bit more about Anna and the engineer. So guys, again, amazing series, absolutely amazing series. I could talk for 30 minutes on it. I'm just trying to avoid the true spoilers. So guys, hit the like and subscribe buttons. Go check it out. Andrew Moriarty, he's a fantastic author. He's a fantastic author. He's incredible. Thank you everybody for watching. We will catch you guys next time. Bye now.